Dear viewers, look at this picture carefully. On one side, the country's most powerful industrialist, Gautam Adani. On the other, one of India's most seasoned politicians, Sharad Pawar. And right behind them, familiar Congress faces. Because this wasn't a business meeting, this was a wedding. The pre-wedding of former Home Minister Sushil Kumar Shinde's granddaughter, Diya Shroff, held in Mumbai on October 30, 2025. Now, usually a politician attending a wedding isn't news, but this one came with perfect timing, just 48 hours after Rahul Gandhi thundered from a stage in Bihar that Modi is nothing more than a tool for Ambani and Adani. That's the irony right there in that one frame. While Rahul Gandhi was painting himself as the lone crusader against corporate capture, his own partymen and alliance partners were literally sipping sharbat with the same industrialist he was warning the country about. Hello, I am Tejas and you're watching Honest Take on Lokmat Times. Before we dive into this interesting story, you know the drill. Please do subscribe to Lokmat Times if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. Here is the thing, politics loves symbols and this picture became one because it captured in one frame the entire hypocrisy of India's opposition. You have Gautam Adani, the supposed villain in Rahul's speeches. You have Sharad Pawar, his senior ally, who apparently did not get the memo that Adani is untouchable. And hosting them, Sushil Kumar Shinde, a Congress stalwart whose granddaughter's wedding brought them all under one fancy roof. Now you tell me, what does this look like? A social coincidence or proof that what is preached on stage and what is practiced behind closed doors are two very different realities? This image did not just trend, it tore through social media because people saw the contradiction instantly. Let's rewind to that Bihar campaign. Rahul Gandhi was on fire, dramatic pauses, emotional delivery, the whole thing. He accused Prime Minister Modi of handing India to two businessmen. He said the nation's resources, airports and ports were being looted by Adani and Ambani, and that only he, Rahul Gandhi, had the moral courage to stand up to them. The crowd cheered, cameras rolled, clips went viral. But then came October 30th, and suddenly that loud moral high ground started looking more like a stage prop. Because Rahul's words did not just collide with one picture, they collided with an entire pattern. A pattern that shows his own party and allies have been perfectly comfortable with the very people he demonizes. Now let's go to the Ambani wedding. But before that, listen in to what Rahul Gandhi had to say about the wedding.
मैं चाहता हूं अंबानी की शादी हुई देखी आपने देखी ना नरेंद्र मोदी गया था राहुल गांधी गया क्यों नहीं राहुल गांधी क्यों नहीं गया नरेंद्र मोदी क्यों गया बात आप समझिए नरेंद्र मोदी जी उनका औजार है आप मत सोचिए कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी आपके चुने हुए प्रधानमंत्री हैं नहीं नरेंद्र मोदी जी अंबानी अदानी के औजार हैं वो उनके लिए रास्ता खोलते हैं जीएसटी उनके लिए नोटबंदी उनके लिए 1 रुपए में जमीन बिहार की जमीन उनके लिए धारावी की जमीन उनके लिए.
So apparently Gandhi said that Modi attended the Ambani wedding and thus he is the tool for the industrialist, and since Gandhi did not attend the wedding, he was the real voice of people. Now, who would forget the grand Ambani wedding in July 2024? Anant Ambani and Radhika Marchant. It was the social event of the decade. Bollywood, business, politics, everyone was there. The Gandhis of course did not attend. Their absence made headlines, except not everyone in their party got the memo, because Digvijay Singh was there. Sachin Pilot, Kamal Nath, DK Shivkumar, all there. Gandhi's alliance partners, Lalu Prasad Yadav, Akhilesh Yadav, Uddhav Thackeray, were all there with their families, all smiling, posing and networking like the anti-corporate sermon was someone else's problem. Now, attending a wedding doesn't make anyone corrupt. But when your party's central campaign theme is that Ambani and Adani are symbols of corruption, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't be front row guests at their functions. And this is not only limited to attending weddings or social gatherings. Chhattisgarh under Bhupesh Baghel welcomed Rs 25,000 crore in Adani investments. Rajasthan's Congress government cleared Rs 5,000 crore worth of Adani projects. Telangana was trying to do something similar, but then the High Command hunter swung hard and the deal fell apart. If this is fighting corporate capture, I would hate to see what cozying up looks like. You can't call someone corrupt in Delhi and then chase their investment money in Bengaluru or Raipur. That's not ideology, that's convenience wearing the mask of conviction. Now let's come back to Sharad Pawar, the man in that October 30th photograph. Pawar has never pretended to dislike industrialists. In fact, in his autobiography, he called Gautam Adani hardworking, simple and down to earth. He even took credit for introducing Adani to the thermal power business. In December 2023, Pawar publicly thanked Adani for donating Rs 25 crore to his Vidya Pratishthan institution in Baramati to build a tech center. And as recently as May 2025, the two met again for 2 hours at Pune's Science and Technology Park to discuss new investments. That isn't a secret friendship, it's an open alliance and a practical one. But here is where it stings Rahul Gandhi. When the Hindenburg report hit in 2023 and the entire opposition demanded a JPC, Sharad Pawar sided with Adani. He told NDTV that Adani was being targeted. NDTV, by the way, is majority owned by, you guessed it, the Adani group. So Pawar did not just break ranks, he broke Rahul's entire narrative. And Pawar isn't alone. Uddhav Thackeray and Aditya Thackeray, both part of Rahul's India alliance, attended the Ambani wedding too. Aditya even made it to the Haldi ceremony, all drenched in turmeric and cheer. Forget all that, Uddhav Thackre's younger son Tejas was even seen dancing in the wedding. Lalu Prasad Yadav showed up as well, flew in one chartered plane reportedly arranged by the Ambanis while still technically on medical bail. Akhilesh Yadav came with Dimple Yadav. Mamta Banerjee also attended, later calling it a social courtesy. You see the pattern? Every time there is a billionaire celebration, the same leaders who scream about inequality and capitalism somehow find themselves at the buffet table. But when the cameras are on, they put on the mask again, the mask of moral outrage. So what does this tell us? Two possibilities, and neither flatters Rahul Gandhi. Option 1, he doesn't have control over his own party or allies. They don't care what he says because they know it's just talk. And option 2, he knows it is just talk and everyone is in on the performance. Either way, this isn't politics of conviction, it is politics of optics. Remember, even Sonia Gandhi met Mukesh Ambani at 10 Janpath before the 2024 wedding, privately of course. So the boycott looked more like a PR stunt than a moral stand. And now, 1 year later, that entire facade has crumbled thanks to a single wedding photograph. The reason this photograph exploded wasn't because it showed Adani and Pawar at a function. It is because it came just 2 days after Rahul Gandhi's latest tirade. He was calling Modi a puppet of billionaires, while his own senior ally was shaking hands with one of them at a Congress-connected wedding. You can't write satire better than that. And it wasn't some secret shot, it was taken openly, shared widely, because in their world, this isn't even considered embarrassing anymore. That's the scariest part. When hypocrisy becomes so normal, leaders stop pretending to hide it. Let's connect the dots. Rahul Gandhi attacks Ambani and Adani. His party leaders attend their weddings. His alliance partners pose for photos with them. Congress states welcome their money. And his senior ally, Sharad Pawar, calls Adani a friend. So when Rahul says Modi works for Adani and Ambani, the question writes itself. Who do your people work for? Because hypocrisy isn't just bad optics, it is bad politics. Voters may forget speeches, but they never forget pictures. And that October 30th photo, Adani smiling beside Pawar, might just haunt Rahul Gandhi's moral brand for a long time. To be clear, there is nothing wrong with industrialists attending weddings or funding universities. The problem isn't the handshake, it's the hypocrisy that follows it. When you build your entire political brand on opposing crony capitalism, you can't then party with the same cronies and expect people not to notice. Either you believe what you say or you are just saying what people want to hear. And right now, Rahul Gandhi's words and his ecosystem's actions couldn't be further apart. What this photo really exposes is a deeper problem within the opposition, the lack of ideological spine. So here is my honest take. If Rahul Gandhi truly believes Adani and Ambani are symbols of India's inequality, why does he tolerate their company at his own party's celebrations? Why does he share an alliance with leaders who publicly defend them, partner with them, or take their donations? And most importantly, how long can he keep pretending this contradiction doesn't exist? Because here is the truth, it's not the BJP that made Rahul Gandhi look weak this week. It's that one photo from a Mumbai wedding where the mask slipped and the script collapsed. And when voters see that photo, They don't need a political analysis. They just need a caption. Rahul preaches, his allies party. Until that changes, no speech, no slogan, and no yatra can convince people that Rahul Gandhi's fight is real, because honesty isn't a strategy, it's a habit, and that, it seems, is still missing from India's opposition playbook. That's all for today's Honest Take with me, Tejas. For more such unfiltered takes, subscribe to Lokmat Times and keep watching our videos.